Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police investigate sudden death, fraud case, and arrest 2 doctors. Police are investigating multiple serious incidents this week. On Wednesday morning, around 11:26 a.m., officers responded to a report of an unresponsive male in the Point Blanche area. Upon arrival, police discovered the body of an adult male in an apparent hanging. The body was in a state of decomposition. Authorities say there were no immediate visible signs of foul play. The identity of the deceased is known, and police have extended condolences to the family. In a separate matter, police arrested a male and a female on Tuesday, February 24th in connection with an ongoing fraud investigation. Both remain in custody as questioning continues. Additionally, 2 local male doctors were arrested early Wednesday morning following allegations of ill treatment and abuse involving an employee. The suspects are currently being held as detectives continue their investigation. Police say more information will be released as the investigations progress. Edward Allen Bank addresses irregular activities and says customers are protected. Winwood Allen's bank has confirmed that it recently addressed what it described as irregular activities within the institution, calling the matter an isolated incident. In an official statement released Wednesday, WIB said it immediately launched an internal investigation, took necessary actions to safeguard customer interest, and handed its findings over to local authorities for further investigation. The bank emphasized that no customers were disadvantaged and that the integrity of its systems and operations remains intact. Regulatory authorities have also been notified in accordance with applicable requirements. WIB says it continues to cooperate fully with authorities as investigations proceed and reaffirmed its commitment to transparency, accountability, and maintaining customer trust. Education, Culture, Youth, and Sports Minister calls for cultural shift to break government silos. Education, Culture, Youth, and Sports Minister, the Honorable Melissa Gomes, is calling for a cultural shift within government to break down siloed operations. Speaking during her ECYS Matters live stream following a recent strategic planning session, Minister Gomes said departments often operate in isolation, not because of systems, but because of attitudes. She emphasized that silos are built by people, not procedures, and that real change must come from within teams themselves. While leadership can encourage collaboration, she noted that accountability among colleagues is key to shifting workplace culture. Drawing from her experience in the private sector, Gomes shared how simple coordination meetings once improved communication between departments and reduced customer issues. The minister says she looks forward to fostering greater cooperation within her ministry and across government.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 Sint Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in Sint Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, Sint Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
At Telem, we believe connection goes beyond signals. It's about people. From every call, every laugh,
Hi, Merry Christmas. Thanks for calling.
every moment shared across our island,
Game time.
we're reminded this network was built by Sint Maarten for Sint Maarten.
I couldn't. Oh, I got you. Don't worry, man. We're good.
When are you coming to St. Martin?
All right, let's go. Go.
Here's to staying connected to what matters most. Your connection, your Christmas.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sink Kids to the World, now streaming everywhere. Fuel prices adjusted as of Wednesday. Motorists should prepare for a fuel price adjustment that was effective as of Wednesday, February 25th. The price of unleaded gasoline will increase from 2.195 guilders per liter to 2.288 guilders per liter. Diesel will also see a slight increase, moving from 1.908 guilders per liter to 1.918 guilders per liter. Government regulates fuel prices by setting a maximum price for wholesalers and retailers. Officials say the adjustment reflects changes in international crude oil prices, which directly influence local pump prices. Motorists are encouraged to take note of the new rates as they go into effect. I know right. SXM DOET 2026 calls on community groups to register projects. The SXM DOET team is urging community organizations across St. Maarten to register their projects before the February 28th deadline. SXM DOET 2026, the island's largest volunteer initiative, takes place May 15th and 16th under the theme From Jump Up to Step Up for a Brighter St. Maarten. NGOs, foundations, schools, sports clubs, senior homes, youth groups, and community councils are encouraged to submit projects that focus on beautification, environmental improvement, social support, and facility upgrades. Selected projects can receive volunteer support and financial assistance to bring their ideas to life. Organizers say the impact of SXM DOET depends on the projects submitted by local groups, and they're encouraging organizations not to miss this opportunity. To register, visit sxmdoet.com before February 28th. Let's move from jump up to step up for a brighter St. Maarten. St. Maarten reference in newly released Epstein files. St. Maarten is mentioned in newly released documents from the United States Department of Justice related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Approximately 3 million pages were published through what is being called the Epstein Library. U.S. officials warned that parts of the archive contain graphic material. References to St. Maarten, Sint Maarten, Phillipsburg, and Orient Bay appear mainly in email exchanges involving travel coordination. The documents indicate that Princess Juliana International Airport was used as a transit point for passengers traveling onward to Epstein's private island near St. Thomas. Based on currently reviewed excerpts, there are no published sections describing alleged criminal acts occurring on or in or around St. Maarten itself. The release has also renewed attention on former U.S. President Donald Trump, whose name appears frequently in the files. Inclusion of a name does not establish wrongdoing, but more updates will follow as documents continue to be reviewed.
When we come back, we go to our in-depth feature of the day, exploring one of the island's most thought-provoking topics. That's just ahead. Stay tuned.
all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe.
The right to learn and get an education.
The right to speak up and be heard.
The right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
St. Maarten is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community, every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights gives us power, our responsibilities makes us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. #1 provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
As traffic congestion continues to frustrate residents and visitors alike, within the halls of Parliament, a mobility proposal aimed at restoring balance between tourism expansion and infrastructure development is advancing. Working alongside architect Wouter Skipper of DAM Caribbean NV, MP Waver plans to present a phased traffic and transport strategy to the ministers of Romy and Tayat. According to the Member of Parliament, St. Maarten has invested heavily in strengthening its tourism product, but road networks, traffic systems, and public transport planning have not evolved at the same pace. Our infrastructure is lagging behind, and that affects both quality of life and the visitor experience, he stated. If we are serious about sustainable growth, infrastructure must match tourism investment. The proposal avoids a single large-scale project and instead outlines a structured timeline of improvement beginning with low-cost immediate actions before moving toward larger long-term solutions. In the short term, optimize what exists. The first phase focuses on improving efficiency without major construction. Measures include upgrading road surfaces and bus stops, enforcing traffic compliance, and introducing smart traffic systems such as adaptive signals, sensors, and real-time data analysis to ease congestion. These changes aim to improve flow quickly while keeping costs manageable. In the medium term, targeted expansions. The second phase proposes strategic road improvements where bottlenecks are most severe. It also suggests exploring alternative transport options, including water taxis and ferry services, and integrating mobility planning with tourism hubs to reduce pressure on key corridors. Pilot programs would test solutions before major investments are made. Now, in the long term, we're talking about preparing for 2050. With continued population growth and rising vehicle ownership expected, the proposal acknowledges that more transformative options may eventually be required. Concepts such as electric trams, cable cars for elevated areas, and new transport corridors are identified as potential long-term solutions. Environmental considerations are also included, promoting infrastructure that respects St. Maarten's natural landscape while supporting ecotourism and recreation. Waiver emphasized that the goal is not just to solve today's traffic problems, but to build resilience for decades ahead. This is about planning responsibly for the future. He said, "We cannot present a world-class destination while operating on infrastructure that has not kept pace." The proposal is expected to be presented to the relevant ministers in the coming weeks, adding fresh momentum to the national conversation on mobility and sustainable development.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
Our regional headline: Caribbean tourism and aviation leaders sign connectivity agreement in Bermuda. Caribbean tourism and aviation leaders have taken a major step towards strengthening regional connectivity following the signing of a new cooperation agreement in Bermuda. The Caribbean Tourism Organization, CTO, and Airports Council International, ACI, Latin America, and the Caribbean formalized a memorandum of understanding at the conclusion of the first CTO Air Connectivity Summit in Hamilton. The agreement establishes a 3-year framework aimed at improving air access, strengthening institutional capacity, and supporting sustainable and resilient tourism growth across Caribbean member states. Leaders say the collaboration reflects a shared understanding that stronger coordination between airports and tourism stakeholders is essential for the region's competitiveness. Under the MOU, the two organizations plan to collaborate on joint research, policy dialogue, executive training, knowledge-sharing initiatives, and coordinated advocacy efforts. Areas of focus will include sustainability, resilience, and strategies to enhance regional air connectivity. Officials emphasize that air transport remains a cornerstone of Caribbean development, linking islands to each other and to international markets. By aligning aviation and tourism planning more closely, the partnership aims to ensure that the Caribbean remains accessible and competitive in a rapidly evolving global travel landscape. The agreement is expected to serve as a platform for targeted initiatives that strengthen destination competitiveness and long-term economic resilience across the region. That's the latest from across the Caribbean region. Shout out to our viewers all throughout the Caribbean tuning in to NEWSDESK. Here's a regional fact. Air travel accounts for the vast majority of visitor arrivals to the Caribbean islands, making connectivity critical to economic growth.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten NEWSDESK. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at NEWSDESK, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.